Hi everyone. This is just a me here thing. Does that even make sense? Did that me here the whatever, man. Um this is just a video of me talking. It's not a reading. Um I'm so I'm so grateful for this. I'm so grateful to be able to do this. I'm so grateful to have the gift to be able to do this. Um, this channel in general, but also like the ability to like do tarot readings and um, read energy in that way. And I've had a lot of times where I've questioned if what I was doing was actually anything, right? Um, because I'm very intelligent, okay? I'm really smart, so I worry sometimes that because tarot cards, right? Like I can make a story. I was literally just about to say I'm really good at making stories and telling stories, and then I was like stammering through it. Oh, whatever. Um, but it's true. I am. Um, I'm really good at telling stories, and I'm a good writer, and I'm very good at like analyzing shows and character work and things like that. Like, and that just comes from my understanding of people and what people like and how people tick, right? Um, my background in psychology and the things I've been through in life, I just um, I've grown to become very proficient in that, right? So I always had this thought, right? I I always worried that I was just making a story in my head, right? That I like it's not because when I first started like watching tarot, right? Because I watch tarot readings, I watch tarot videos. I wouldn't make something that I don't enjoy, right? I wouldn't make something that I think adds something to the world. That just isn't who I am. Um, I I was worried because when I first started watching like tarot videos, like I didn't believe it, right? I was like, this is interesting. But then things started lining up and things started happening, and I started to believe it, and I started having reasons to believe it, right? Not just like blind faith, but things would happen, and um, then I get a reading for something. A week later, that thing happens, and and that just kept happening over and over again. And I mean, that's what science is, right? If something has the same result, right, over and over again, there's something to it. There's some validity to it, right? Um, I would consider myself a scientist. I would. Um, I've actually been published as one um, for work that I did on a drug assay. Um, and I've been part of actually quite a bit more research than that. Um, and it's weird, right? It's a duality within myself where I'm like, I am this extremely intelligent, analytical person, um, but I have this deep pull towards like spirituality and um, I anyway when I started that I was worried. I've struggled with this a lot that I'm just making stories in my head that these things, that I'm not really doing tarot, that I'm pulling cards and making a story out of it, right? Which I guess is kind of what tarot is to begin with, but there's some other aspect to it, right? There's some that like spiritual aspect, like the energy reading and seeing more than the cards in front of you, right? And feeling more than the cards in front of you. Um, and even that, I can make myself feel things. Like, I, I don't know if that's, I think a decent amount of people can do that, right? Like, it's not that hard. Like, you think about something that sucks and you start to feel bad, right? You think about something that makes you happy, you feel happy. Um, and and you can kind of weave that into other things, and it's like conditioning, right? It's how you train a dog, right? Um, I mean, our brains work on the same reward systems that create training in a dog, right? Like, it's not that hard of a thing to do. So, with that said, right, I was always very worried. I'm, I try, I am an honest person. I'm a very honest person. I, I tell people what I think will help them. I tell people what I think will help them. And sometimes that isn't the truth. Not the whole truth, right? I'm not gonna lie to someone to make them feel better. Um, Sometimes a white lie, everyone does that shit, whatever. Um, but the genuine intention is always to help people. But there's been a part of me where most of the readings I've done, I really feel can help someone in some way. There's some perspective in there, there's some words that I say, there's some. I talk about a situation and it can help them, right? So that's been the reason why that thought never bothered me, right? Where even if I question, and to be clear now, it's still a thought, right, that comes up, but whatever. I really do believe there is more to my readings than just intellect and making a story and seeing how pieces fit together, right? Which is a big part of research, which is another reason why yada yada, right? I go round and round in my head. But I know now that there's more to it than that, and I know now that I can do it from both spaces, right? I've kind of felt the difference um, between doing it from a very analytical, and usually in my readings, you might even be able to see the switch, right? You might even be able to see the switch when I'm doing it very intuitively, and then I switch into a more like analytical thing, because well, different approaches help different people, and both of those sides of me have value to give to people, right? And yeah, I would assume you could probably see the switch in some of my videos, right? When it's very intuitive and flowing, and then when it's kind of when it pauses and there's more thought, there's more consideration, right, behind words and the situation at large, right? This video doesn't have a real point, other than I am extremely grateful to be able to do this. I I like looked off like there's someone pointing. There's someone like pointing a gun at my head. I'm very grateful to be able. I'm very grateful to be able to do this. Please, it's, that's so funny. Um, that's so funny. Oh, okay. But no, I am actually extremely grateful to be able to do this, and where my life is right now, I'm very happy with. There's things I'm working towards. I have goals. I have right. I have goals, I have dreams, I have things I want to accomplish, things I want to do, um, like everyone else, but I'm genuinely happy with where I'm at and what I've been able to do, and the way that this channel is going too. Just it's filling me with a lot of hope, you know. This I saw a video that I made like a year and a half ago. I actually I put up some older readings I had on the channel. I made them public again. Um, so those might end up circulating. You might come into the channel from one of those. I don't know. But um, I had privated all of them. But I went back through and I kind of felt which ones I felt proud about and wanted to put back out there. But I saw one, I think it was like my second or third reading with cards ever. Well, doing it like on a channel, right? This video isn't about that, but I saw 1111, okay, on the timer. This video isn't about that, but I saw it and I felt like I should say it and whatever. I saw that there were 2 comments, right, on a video from like a year and a half ago, and those same 2 people commented on some recent videos of mine too, and that just filled me with like, it just felt so good, right, that someone came into my channel like a year and a half ago, and are still here, right? Because I've taken pretty extended breaks, and there's a time where there wasn't a single video on the channel because I privated all of them, right? Like, yeah, and I was not consistently uploading before, but they stuck around, and I'm not gonna say the usernames because that feels weird, and like calling someone out, but I'm sure you know who you are. If you watch this, you know who you are. It just filled me with a lot of joy that someone would stick around, right, that long. Yeah. This is such a gift, you know, to be able to do this and express myself in this way, and it gives me a lot of joy, and it gives me a lot of purpose. It doesn't give me what is a way to say, like, because people are driven by purpose, right? So what it's something that fills me with, like, what is the thing that chasing your purpose gives you? Like, what would that be? Fulfillment. This gives me a lot of fulfillment. Yeah. That's a good way to put it. This gives me a lot of fulfillment, and I'm very grateful for it. Sometimes I just sit and I think about everything that's happened in my life and everything that I've been through to get here, and I can't fathom it, you know? I can't fathom how I'm the person that I am, and like, I'm proud, you know? I'm proud of me, and, you know, I guess this is a video stroking my own ego, but it's not, that's not what this video was, but, you know, I worry about that a lot, you know? Getting too full of myself, because, you know, I've seen what that does to people, and it's not good, and I don't want that to happen to me, because I've been humbled. Oh, I have been humbled. Like, I know I'm an incredible person and extremely talented and gifted and handsome and whatever, right? But um, I just, yeah, I can't let it do that to me, you know? I can't let it do that to me. I'm gonna leave this here. Um, if you watch this, if you watch this all the way through, like, thank you. I mean, maybe there's something in here that did help you, or just like a perspective, or maybe you just like hearing me talk. I don't know. I don't know, but I appreciate each and every one of you. You know, it means a lot. It really does. Thank you. I hope you at least got a laugh. I can see you getting a laugh out of this. Um, I can see you getting a laugh out of this. Um, yeah. Hey, I'll see you in the next one.